It's been a busy week for Yellowjacket Athletics, but results-wise, it wasn't the results the Yellow Jackets were looking for. The women's hockey team is back on the ice. On Tuesday night, they were at Gustavus Adolphus, and although it was a physical game, the Gusties shut out the Jackets 3-0. By scoring once in the second and twice in the third, Mackenzie Whalen had 28 saves in the game. On Friday afternoon, it would be game 1 of 2 with UW River Falls over the weekend. The Jackets would score just 24 seconds into the game with a goal from Jenna Curtis for her second of the year. But from there, the Falcons scored 6 unanswered goals to get the 6-1 win. Then in game 2 at River Falls, the Falcons would add 2 goals in the first period. Then in the second, Jenna Bufflin scored on the power play. But that wouldn't be enough, as the Falcons would add 3 more to get the sweep over the Jackets 5-1. Over to Christine for the report on the Monday afternoon game versus Hamlin.
Thank you, Tom. Versus Hamlin, the Jackets showed they had some fight in them, but the Pipers would get on the board quickly as they scored 3 goals in the first period. But in the second period, it was Gabby Andreacci who scored her first collegiate goal. Then in the third, it was Kaylee Swearhoon who added another one, chipping away at the Piper lead. Then Megan Dulong scored on a 5-on-3 power play to tie it up at 3. But the Pipers added 3 more for the 6-3 victory.
The team has a busy week at UW Eau Claire on Wednesday, then hosting UW Stevens Point for games on Friday and Saturday, and Sunday they'll host UW Eau Claire. The men's hockey team traveled to Stevens Point on Wednesday night. It was not a good showing for the Jackets as the very first shot by the Pointers went into the back of the net. From there it was all UWSP controlling the tempo as they scored plenty of goals. The Pointers defeated the Jackets 8-3. Levi Cudmore added 2 goals, and Connor McLean would add the third. Friday night, they were at River Falls. In the first period, Colton Bates and Jordan Martin both scored on power plays to take a 2-0 lead. The Falcons scored a lone goal in the second period. Then in the third, the Falcons would tie things up at 2, but Bates would add another goal for his second of the night. River Falls, though, would tie things up at 3 and seal the victory with 12 seconds left in regulation to win 4-3. It was a physical game, too, versus the Falcons on Saturday night. River Falls would score 2 quick goals, but Dylan Johnson would put the Jackets within 1 as the first period was winding down. In the second period, River Falls would strike again. Later, a wide-open Reed Stark called for the puck to put it away, but the Falcons responded again. Then in the third, Bates would score as he slid it into the net. But the comeback comes up short for the Jackets. Falcons win 4-3. Up next, they'll play at UW Stevens Point Wednesday. Then Friday night, they will host UW Stout and travel to Stout on Saturday. The women's basketball team was at Martin Luther on Friday. The Jackets came out strong in the opening first half as they led 41-27 at the break. The Knights would limit the Jackets to a mere 26 points in the second half. The Jackets had a chance to tie things up with 1.2 seconds left, but were unable to do so as the Knights win 69-67. Kaylin Christian had 18 points. Then at Bethany Lutheran on Saturday, the Jackets would come close to handing the Vikings their first conference loss, but that wouldn't be the case. The Vikings closed out the game down the stretch, defeating the Jackets 78-71. Christian would have another good game with 20 points, including 4 3-pointers. They will host North Central Friday and Northwestern on Saturday. Versus the Knights on Friday, the Jackets had an incredible start to the game, shooting 50% from the field. But the second half is where things changed. The Jackets were leading by 9 points with 12 minutes of game left to play, but the Knights were able to mount a comeback, going on a 19-4 run. Martin Luther defeats the Jackets 62-61. Xavier Patterson led the way with 22 points. On Saturday, the Jackets had a similar start, just like the previous night, but the Vikings would take over the lead at the break 38-30. In the second half, the Jackets were down, but not out, as they would rally. The Vikings finished off the Jackets by shooting 55% in the second half. Bethany Lutheran takes this one 79-66. They will close out the non-conference schedule Wednesday at Finlandia, then return home Friday for North Central and Saturday for Northwestern. Now over to track and field, who competed at the UW River Falls Winter Classic on Saturday. On the men's side, Derek Moe won the mile run, beating the rest of the field by 23 seconds. In the distance medley with Mitchell Hammer, David Collins, Michael Butterfeld and Connor Nelson finished second place. Gage Stankiewicz was second in the shot put, and Earl Foster was second in the high jump. On the women's side, Nicole Koski won her heat of the 800-meter run and finished in 5th place in the finals of that event. The distance medley team of Hallie Barker, Taya Borner, Kenzie Cruiser, and Koski finished in 2nd place. Kasha Hewlett was second in the weight throw event. The men's and women's tennis team opened their season at McAllister on Saturday. On the men's side, Andre Louise earned 2 of the 3 team points by winning doubles with partner Grego Potsnagi and his singles match. Michael Janes won a single match to score the 3rd and final team point. McAllister takes this one, though, 6-3. On the women's side, Callie Olson and Grace Nelson would take 4 games in their doubles match, but that wouldn't be enough. McAllister wins 9-0. Both teams will compete at Bethel on Saturday.